Hey guys, it's Something Codes again, and this is the part 5 of our RecyclerView series. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to get more data from the server, and how you pronounce it as we scroll down the RecyclerView. So let's get on with it, guys. For those who have been following this series, we'll make some changes to our XML before we proceed. Reason is that it's not a good practice to have a recycle view inside a nested scroll view. And the nested scroll view normally comes when you choose the scrolling template while creating a new activity in Android Studio. So I'll just change that to a relative layout. I'll just close other files I don't need, then I'll head over to the list activity. So in the list activity, the first thing to do is to add an on-scroll listener to the RecyclerView. And when you do that, you're going to be passing a RecyclerView listener method to that on-scroll listener. The listener helps the application or the app to know when the user scrolls through the RecyclerView. So it can tell when the user is scrolling through the view, when the user scrolls to the bottom, when the user scrolls to the top, when the user stops scrolling. So I'm adding the on-scroll listener, then I'm just going to use any name for the method which I am still going to create. So when I'm done choosing the name, I'll copy this name to make sure that it corresponds to the on-scroll listener method which I'm going to create. So I'll copy this. Then I scroll down a bit just outside where the onCreate ends. I'll create a private RecyclerView onScroll method with the same name of which I just copied. So I'll have this, then I'll paste that name. And this method will need two override methods: the onScroll state change and the onScroll. The onScroll state change can monitor when changes happen while you're scrolling. That means when you're scrolling and when you stop or when you start, it could trigger something if you want to. But the onScrolled can monitor the position of where the scrolling is, like if it's at the bottom, if it's at the top, if it's at a particular distance. So that's what we're going to be using. So we're going to be adding a condition or logic to check when it's at the bottom. Now when it's at the bottom, what we'll simply do is to call our getData method we created initially, which helps us to get data from the server. And when we do that, we'll increment the page number, then we'll get the next results. But first, I'm just going to log something to see if it works when I get to the end of the page or end of the RecyclerView. Sorry. So for this, I'll be creating a logic like a boolean. The boolean is going to return true when the RecyclerView is at the bottom and false when it's not. So I'm going to be passing in the RecyclerView itself. I'll create a method for that. It's going to return a boolean for me. I'll bring that down here. Private boolean is thank you Android Studio. I'm passing in the RecyclerView, just a boolean. So first, I will check if the items in the adapter, in the RecyclerView's adapter, is more than 0. So if it is more than 0, or if it's not equal to 0, I'll proceed. So that should be the first thing I'll or that would be the first thing I would do. So next I would check the position of the last item in the adapter. I'm going to be relying on the linear layout manager, which has like a method that can just help you check for the position of the last item. So if this last item in the adapter is equal to the number of items in the adapter, that automatically means we're at the end of the items in the recycle view. So I'm going to do that by creating a variable, an int variable that will be equal to the number or the position of the last visible item in the recycle view, and then I'm going to be checking it against two things actually. The first to be, for instance, we just have one item which is also the last item and there's no scrolling, so I need to check. In that case there's no scrolling, so I don't want to do anything. So when I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and test the program. If I test the program, I'm going to return a true. So if the last visible item's position is not just one, and if it's not less than the total amount of items in the recycle view, which is if it's not at the bottom yet, it's always going to return false. Then if it's at the bottom, it will return true. And if it returns true, it's going to, as you can see just above, it's going to log a list more for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and test it. A load more, sorry. So I'm going to just test it out. If I see the load more in the logs, now I'll just go ahead and add the get data method, which we did from previous tutorials. Remember that this get data method has a page number that we've already set to increment as it gets loaded every time. Now to show you my database, I have 16 entries, although I duplicated it. but in the project which I'm going to attach and the video, I'm going to be putting different entries so you can see the different images. Now you can see it fetched the first products. Now this is we on page 2. Now on page 2 it gets another thing, another set of products. Now as I'm scrolling down, it's gonna go to page 3. Good. It gets another set of data, then it gets to page 4, then page 4 is the end. Now I made some changes to my code. I just added some more else's for the error to show me what error I'm getting. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do this in another tutorial. I just felt it would take more time to do this, but this is not important for this particular tutorial. But that's just it. You're gonna be seeing it in the source code I'm going to be putting up in the video. Now one more thing before I finish up this video. I made a little change to my RecyclerView. So you just scroll up in your leaks activity. I just made a very slight change, so I'm going to just show you guys what the change is. So just check if yours is the same as mine. If it's not, you could just go ahead and do that. It's just to help us implement the linear layout manager. So that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And if you also like to see some kind of tutorials in my channel, also leave suggestions for that in the comment section below. And if you liked the video, if you like the series, if it has helped you in one way or the other, please support my channel by clicking on that subscribe button. And I am so happy that we are over 1,000 subscribers. So I want to thank you guys for your support, and I'll make sure I try to release more videos more frequently. So see you guys in the next video.